Hey, this is my first LinkedIn Live, so I'm just playing around and getting some settings. And I figured since I was already uncomfortable with my first time on LinkedIn Live, I might as well go ahead and tell one of my most uncomfortable stories. First of all, I hate talking about myself, and I kind of hate telling this story, not because it's embarrassing or not because it's a bad story, because it's actually pretty freaking amazing. Uh, but I just don't like talking about myself, generally speaking. B, nobody really believes it, or they think that it's an exaggeration um, or an embellishment. If you've seen the title, I put in there how $275 turned into $100,000. Let me admit right now, that's actually true. That is an inaccurate title. But the only reason I put it that way is so that hopefully more people would believe it, because what it actually was about a $17 investment, and it turned into well over a half a million dollars. Um, so let me back up. I was in an industry where the average salary is about $22,000 a year, and almost everybody in that industry had second jobs. It was something over the along the line of 80% had a second job or secondary income. Um, and for years, I'll be honest, would have loved to get to that $22,000 range, because I was hovering in the mid 15, $16,000 range, and I fell right square into the category of having not only one other job but two other jobs. So I was working three jobs, not making any money, and I fell upon this system. Now, again, to be a little bit more accurate, I fell upon a free version of this system. It's called StoryBrand. It is absolutely freaking amazing what StoryBrand did to me. And I think I actually found Donald Miller prior to StoryBrand actually being StoryBrand, because I heard an interview with him in 2015 and kind of tried to do this on my own. Well, in 2016, he launched a podcast called Building a Story Brand. It's now called Business Made Simple, different story. Um, but I followed that podcast, and every week I tried to do a little bit more with that system. Now, granted, this is in 2016. I didn't open my own business. I was still working for somebody else in this industry. I was still doing two other jobs, um, and struggling to make any money. I had an opportunity to open my own practice in 2017. So on January 9th of 2017, armed with a free podcast and a couple hundred hours of trying this system and learning as much as I could, not only from Donald Miller, but from whoever else I could on free podcasts. And again, I wasn't making any money. So I had tried amateur execution of this system. Again, January 9th, 2017, $0, zero clients, one simple 7-step framework. In an industry where 50,000 people a year leave the industry because they can't make any money, because they can't get clients, because they can't fill their schedule. By March of that year, only 3 months later, I was about 50% capacity. I was seeing anywhere from 12 to 18 people every week in just 3 months. And again, trying my best to execute this system on my own without any real training. By July of the same year, I was at capacity. I was seeing 25 to 30 people a week. I didn't have any more room in my schedule, and I had started expanding into hiring other contract people or having other people work with me. Didn't have any employees, but had other people that would come in and help with the workload. So, what you're saying is, yeah, well, that's just hard work, effort, grit, etc. Don't discount any of that, because I was desperate. I wanted it to work. So, what happened next? Well, we continued to grow. Having those couple of other people join the team as contractors, their schedules started to grow. We started to outgrow the small space that I had leased uh, within less than a year. On December 3rd, maybe it was the December of 2017, less than an entire year being open, I went to the landlord and said, "Can we get into a bigger space?" On, uh, I believe it was January, just 1 year after we opened our original four-room office, I signed a lease for a 14-room office. that opened in May, Mother's Day weekend of 2018. So a year and a half into it. Now, let me tell you what happened in that first year. Again, mind you, 2017, building a story brand book hadn't come out yet. I was doing this on amateur execution at best and was starting to get results. Again, my schedule filled, my rebook rate filled. I was, adding new clients to other therapists and other team members that had brought in. My income for the first year, starting with 0 clients, $0, no nothing but a signed lease. I made over $48,000 take home pay that year, plus covered expenses. Our gross revenue was over $100,000 in the first year. Now, I said that $275 investment turned into $100,000. Keep in mind, I didn't invest anything yet. Well, $17.99 in October of 2017, the Building a Story Brand book came out. I did buy that and read through what I was already trying to execute all on my own just from listening to Donald Miller's podcast and had grown exponentially. So that was the investment that I made in 2017. Fast forward again, May of 2018, we went into a space more than triple the size, 14 rooms, added even more staff, more contract, more therapists, expanded what we were doing, who we were serving. We went from, again, me having 0 clients, $0, just a signed lease in January of 2017, to seeing 60 people a week by Mother's Day of 2018. Fast forward a little bit more. Now, 2018 was the year that I made the investment, the major investment, where I actually got some story brand training, actual real training. Now, again, this is where it's a little bit different. In the title, I said the $275 that turned into $100,000. I'd already cleared $100,000 in the first year of business. I'd taken home $48,000, which was more than twice the average salary in that industry. In 2018, not only on Mother's Day did we open in our new facility, but we also invested in actual training. It wasn't $275 at the time. At the time, I did the live workshop. I flew to Nashville, Tennessee. I sat in the same room with Donald Miller, JJ Peterson, Kula Callahan, and a half dozen other trained story brand people for a week to get training on actually how to execute this system, how to do it properly and not just guess my way through it. So, and again, at that time, it was a $3,000 investment plus travel, plus hotel, plus all the other things, but it was worth it to know that I can finally execute this system that had already shown me so much potential. We closed out the year 2018 more than doubling from 2017. That's right, over $250,000 in revenue. Average ticket price, by the way, just in case you were wondering, was $70. So we were pulling $250,000 in revenue on a $70 average ticket. That leads me into 2019. I'd had a little bit of actual training. I'd had a couple of months to execute this system. I knew how to make my customer the hero. I knew how to position my product and service to as the solution to their problem. And I knew how to forecast and describe their climactic scene, their rosy outcome, what life was going to be after. If you've heard me at all, you may have heard me talk about the PSA framework. That is problem, solution, and life after. When you position your customer's problem, your product or service as the solution to that problem, and then what will their life be like after they do business with you and they no longer have to suffer from that problem, solution, life after? That is a powerful, powerful framework. And I really think, personally, it's the second most powerful framework in sales. The first is making your customer the hero. But I'm getting off track. How did we get to 2019? In 2019, I had 11 other contractors working with me. I'd hired not only my first employee, but my second employee as well. I had other contract people that It broadened our scope. We were seeing by the end of 2019 over 500 people a month. That's over 125 people every week. And we were still growing. We'd started wait lists. We were still looking for more team members. And we went from having $0, zero clients in an industry where $20,000, $22,000 with the average annual salary to having $60,000 a month in tickets. $60,000 a month in ticket sales. 2020 was positioned to be well over $600,000. We all know that something happened in 2020. So let me close my results with what actually happened in 2019. Again, came into this in January 9th was our grand opening, 2017. Zero clients, $0, zero marketing budget. I didn't fail to mention that in this entire time, we spent no money on paid ads, no money on any kind of marketing effort other than just what we built through our email list, what we built through referrals from the clients that we found, what we built from partnering with other industries and other businesses in town. Those were the only things that we did to grow exponentially. And primarily, it was because we had a clear message. And by the end of 2019, again, we were seeing over 500 people a month collecting over $60,000 a month in revenue. So again, my title is a little deceiving and I apologize. It wasn't $275 investment that turned into $1,000 or $100,000. It was really a $0 investment that turned into over $100,000. And then when I spent the $3,000 to get the actual training from StoryBrand, that turned into over $370,000 in revenue in 2019 just for that 1 year. And we were well on our way to breaking not only a half a million, but $600,000 in 2020 until everything came to a screeching halt. So when the governor closed us down, I had to figure out something. I had to figure out what I was going to do. And that is where Clear Message was born. I know this works so well. I've seen it, I've experienced it, I've watched it, I've felt it, all of those things that, again, in an industry that I had no business making any money, I had found success far faster than anyone else I knew, far more secure and reliable than anyone else in the industry that I knew of at the time. Now, that's not to say there aren't some great people out there and some other systems. I will not claim that this is the only way to make your business successful, but I am telling you it's the one that I know will work 100% of the time because since I experienced it myself, I've helped other people execute it and 100% of the time. If you know it and if you put it into action, it works. I don't want you to continue to suffer by not having clients, by not having a clear message and not knowing how to talk about your business so that you attract the right people in all 6 critical areas because it is not hard to do. What's hard is trying to figure out how to do it all on our own. Again, I know I'm getting off track, but the $275 in the title is now what you can invest to get not just the StoryBrand framework, that 7-part framework that I use to build my business from 0 to a $500,000, but you can actually spend $275, get that framework plus 9 other courses. It's called Business Made Simple. I mentioned it earlier that the StoryBrand is now called Business Made Simple. It's still powered by those 7 critical messages for the StoryBrand framework, but now it goes into how to execute those in marketing to attract customers. When you have a clear marketing, the right customers raise their hand and step towards you so you never have to chase a sale again. When you have a clear message, the same framework internally, when you have a clear message about how to talk to your business, the right employees, suddenly the ideal candidates, step towards you to fill your job openings, to grow your team, to execute on the mission that you have become clear about. when you know how to talk about your company, when you know how to talk about your business, when you have a clear message, it impacts all six critical areas. Suddenly, you're drawing the right resources for every single area of business, whether it's customers through the marketing piece, and they're raising their hand and they're walking to you and they're saying, "Thank you, I've needed you all my life. Where have you been?" Whether it's the right employees to fill out your team, to expand your team, to be more profitable, more productive, all of these things, they come towards you because suddenly you're clear and you're standing out because thousands and thousands of messages every day are lost because they don't cut through the noise. When you're looking to expand and you need either investors or you need funding or you need partners, when you know how to talk about your company, when you know how to talk about your business, when you have a clear message, the right people come to you. So if it's funding, the lenders understand what you're doing and they want to help. If it's partners, whether it's other businesses or other business people, they want to help you succeed because they understand what you're doing. They know how you're going to impact the world. This $275 investment in Business Made Simple is the first step. It works. It works for startups who have $0, zero clients, and just want to do good. It works for existing companies, whether you're expanding your team, whether you're growing to meet customer demands, or whether you have been struggling and trying and just can't seem to get traction. It's because you don't know how to talk about your product or service so that it's in demand. This can help. People will understand what you're doing and they can't wait to help you get there and achieve your dream. When you start learning how to talk, how to use the right words to engage people, even if they don't have the problem that you solve, you're going to be remembered and you're going to grow because they're going to understand how you can help somebody they love even if they don't have your problem. So Don Miller says, if you confuse, you lose. I say, when you have a clear message, you attract the right people to every part of your business. And I can't wait for you to get that right message, that clear message that attracts the human brain, because the human brain is attracted to a clear message and away from confusion. If your customers don't know what to do, they do something terrible. Nothing. And when they do nothing, that means they continue to suffer from the problem that you can solve for them. So I know that was a really long way to say, I know this works, the system works. If you need help talking about your business so that customers walk towards you and you never chase a sale again. If you need help talking about your business so that ideal candidates who start to beg to be on your team so that you become more efficient, more productive, more profitable, and can help more people. If you need help talking about your products or your services so that not only you can explain to your team, but you can explain to outside investors and outside people so that everyone in every area of your business walks towards you so that you can succeed. Let me know. I want to help you create a clear message. I want to help you create a business that booms, that thrives, that builds. Uh, just looking at the clock, I know that I said this is a test run, um, but I know it works. I know it can help. I want to help you succeed. I want to help you grow because just like me, you probably came into business because you knew something. You knew one of the six critical areas of business. You knew how to help somebody live better. But unless you learn how to explain that, how to talk about your product and service so that everybody raises their hand and walks towards you, you can continue to work too hard and get too few results. I want you to bypass all the mistakes that I made and get straight to productive, profit, and fulfilling business that I know you can have. Can't wait to help you. Go to myclearmessage.com. Schedule a free 30-minute call with me, or better yet, take a free business assessment. You can actually see where it is that you are killing it, where you're doing great in your business. But more importantly, you'll see the opportunities that you have to grow, to fix, to replace, to work smarter and not harder in your business because you're going to get a report in all 6 critical areas of your business. You can take that free assessment. It's still right there at myclearmessage.com. Go there now, schedule an appointment with me, or just take that free assessment. I can't wait to see how you grow your business when you have a clear message and can talk about your business so that the right people come, the right customers find you, the right people come to help you build your team, the right partnerships to help you grow and expand. I can't wait to see what you do. Go to myclearmessage.com right now.